Hello students, welcome to Nimma Karnataka LMS. Namma Shakti, Namma Bhavishya. Department of Collegiate and Technical Education. For the management students, subject is organizational behavior. I'm yours Ranjita Bia, presenting a topic that leadership versus management. Management and leadership are terms which are so closely related that distinction among them have become blurred. It is not very clear-cut one. It is useful to place each of them in its right perspective. So management is a process of planning, organizing, coordinating, directing, and controlling the activities of others. Management is the authority to carry out these functions, whereby leadership, as mentioned, the process of influencing the purpose of achieving shared goals. Both managership and leadership are management tools with which managers can influence the behavior of employees to achieve organizational goals. The distinction between them can be made on the basis of the qualification that managers have. Managers, by virtue of being in a managerial position, have managership, but they may not possess leadership or the ability to influence other people. Cotter draws a clear distinction between the terms leadership and management. According to him, the primary function of a leader is to carve a vision of the organization and the strategy for attaining it. By contrast, the job of the manager is to implement the vision. So there are certain differences between leaders and managers. Let me see one by one. So I differentiated with some taken as a base. On that base, how the manager and leaders are differentiated. Number one, origin. Manager is a person, becomes a manager by virtue of his position. So leader becomes a leader on the basis of his personal qualities. So manager becomes a manager because of his position, but leader becomes because of his personal qualities. Next one, formal rights. That's the base for the difference. Manager has got the formal rights in his organization because of his status in the organization. For the leader, rights are not available, formally not available to a leader. Then base is the followers. The subordinate are the followers of the manager because they have to listen to the manager. They become subordinates. Subordinates becomes the followers of the manager. Leader becomes a leader to those, the group of employees whom the leader leads. So whomever he leads, he becomes their followers. Then the base, that is function. A manager performs all 5 functions of management, like planning, organizing, coordinating, directing, and controlling. He performs all these functions. But leader influence the people to work willingly for group objectives. He influences the people to work willingly for the attainment of group objectives. Necessity. Manager is a very essential necessity to a concern. A leader is required to create cordial relation between person working in and for organization. So necessity is very necessary for the manager, is for the concern. Here, leader, he creates a cordial relationship between a person working in an organization to becoming a working for the organization. Then stability. It is more stable. Manager position is more stable, but his leadership is temporary because he can be overlooked by someone else. His position can be taken away by another person. The more influential person can become the leader. So it is not stable. Then mutual relationship. All managers are leaders, but all leaders are not managers. Accountability. Manager is accountable for self and subordinates, behavior and performance. He is answerable to the top management for his action as well as his subordinates' actions. For the leader, leaders have no well-defined accountability. They don't have the accountability. They need not to tell anything about their group behavior to the top management. So it is not well-defined one. But for the manager, he is very accountable to the top management for all his actions and his subordinates' actions. Then concern. A manager is very concerned about organizational goals. He concerned about the organization goals, but leader concerned about group goals and members' satisfaction. So he's very concerned with his own group concern and group objectives, goals, and members' satisfaction. Then followers. People follow manager by virtue of job description. It is not voluntary. The people or subordinates follow the manager because he is a manager by virtue of his position. But for the leader, follow them on voluntary basis because they like him, they respect him because of his personal traits. So for the manager, because of his position, they follow. For the leader, they follow voluntarily. Then next one, role continuation. A manager can continue in office till he performs his duties satisfactorily in accordance with our organization goals. But a leader maintains his position only through day-to-day wishes of his followers. So manager will continue till he performs his duties satisfactorily. Later, a leader will continue till he satisfies the wishes of his followers. Then sanctions. Manager has command over allocation and distribution of sanctions or orders. But leader has command over different sanction and related task records. These sanctions are essentially of informal nature. So these are the differences between leaders and managers. The distinction between management and the leadership gets blurred in actual practice. In real life organization, there is no distinct leaders. There are only managers. They will be acting both in the capacity of managers as well as in a capacity of leaders. A successful manager is the one who has both the qualities and who make use of them discreetly, depending on whether he or she is required to lead or to manage. So with this, I end this session. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you.